Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sneak preview of Not This Day. And now, please welcome to the stage the masters behind the magic, Kevin and Gillian Rhodes.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gillian Rhodes.
And I'm Kevin Rhodes. And welcome to the sneak preview showing of our show, Not This Day. There's a time in the development of every show when you have to get it out of the box and let it get up on the stage and play a little bit. And that's what we're doing tonight. This show has been in the box for a year, and now we get to put it out up here on the stage and see how it does. And I can guarantee you're in for a treat. So you're an important part of the development of the show, and we're very glad you're here, and a big welcome to you.
And as well, welcome to the revolution, because this isn't just a show. It's also a revolution for hope and for courage in a world gone completely mad. I will say more about that later.
What's going to happen tonight is we're going to run selected scenes from the show. They have been chosen because they give you a good sense of the range of both musical variety as well as movement variety, as well as the emotional range of the show. So we take you to some of the highs and the lows. In between, Gillian and I will be out here giving you some commentary about what you're seeing, what you're not seeing, and also some of the story behind the story, some of the behind the scenes. So, without further ado, welcome to our world.
Hitler is dead. Hitler is dead. Hitler is dead.
A terrible shooting at a high school in Lincoln, Colorado.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941.
Airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center.
That's incredible.
In an apparent terrorist attack.
Oh my God!
Oh,
The next building
there's
just
another
blew
one.
up! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Freedom itself was attacked this morning by a faceless coward.
A date which will live in infamy.
Do you believe that? Is that our world? Is that the world you live in? Is that the world that resulted in yet another senseless campus shooting in the past couple days? Well, that is this world, the neighborhood of our show. And as the song lyrics ask, how are you going to live in a world like that? How are you going to make it in a world like that? No way out of the maze and the rat stays trapped. Is that all there is? We don't think so. And we wrote the show and produced the show as our way of saying, no, I don't think so. I don't think we need to live with that being our dominant reality. So our answer to the question is, yeah, that's our world, all right, but it's not the end of the story. It's not all that we have to know. In our show, we have a cast of characters that personifies the evils that you've just seen portrayed. In our show, our good guys need to reckon with those characters. And they learn the hard way, as we all learn the hard way, that you can't ignore those realities. They have to come face to face and deal with those people. We call them the assassins, and you're about to meet them.
what amazes me most is thinking back to how small we were thinking when we first started this show. We were thinking maybe use my high school theater, set my choreography to popular music, and just keep the whole thing small enough that we wouldn't get pasted for copyright infringement. Well, I'm trying to think back to when that all shifted, when suddenly small wasn't good enough, big wasn't good enough, huge was not even good enough. Utterly life-changing and completely world-changing was a little more like it. And I can't remember when that happened. Was it sometime over the summer when I realized that my choreography just wouldn't be good enough to make the show cool enough? Maybe when we decided that this would be the set for the show and that the emblem would be a butterfly. Maybe when we couldn't get the music rights and we decided to use original music instead. But I don't think so. Probably happened at the very beginning, at the very first moment of creation, the first spark of the idea. So why were we thinking so small then? I think we were afraid. We didn't yet understand what we'd tapped. We were scared of the possibilities, scared to dream big enough to rock the world. But the show wouldn't let us stay there for long, and it showed us by banging us into brick walls every single time we tried to do something less than everything. And it was the only open pathway for us, so that's what we did. I guess another thing that amazes me more than that is what is happening a year later. Suddenly, everywhere I turn, people are talking to me. Suddenly, everywhere I go, people are telling me the story of the show. I said it at the beginning, and I really believed it when I said it. I admit my faith was shaken through all of the many, many obstacles that made us nearly quit so many times. But through it all, I still believe it. The world wants this show, with the full, great big show and the full, great big message. The world wants a revolution. We're not saying anything people don't know already. We just happen to be the ones saying it. In fact, the show is already changing people. I happen to be a pretty big sports fan, and I was on a Broncos blog, and before the championship game, I posted and said, I have to miss the game because I'm going to rehearsal for this show. And a day later, I picked up my email, and someone had sent me probably a page-long email saying from that post, they checked out the website and shared their own story of inspiration, of trials, and it was the story of the show. And another woman who was involved with the show told us that being involved helped her get over the death of her brother. So people are responding to it. Another thing that amazes me is how I've changed. Before, I look at the world and my place in it, and I think, how in the world can I possibly live in a world that is so ugly, that is so twisted and so evil? I think I'll stay home, thanks. I'd rather not step into the storm. I think I'll stay in my little tunnel and hide. But so many times I think that I am living the exact story of the show. From hiding to seeing the evil to finally finding a way to face it. And at last, I have hope. I never used to. I would happily agree with my most cynical of friends that, yeah, we are going down a one-way street to hell. But now, I don't think that. And what's more and more important is I don't even believe it. The next scene you're about to see takes you through some of the downtimes that our characters have to go through. Grief, sorrow, and loss. They're all real in this struggle.
Those of you who have seen the poster for the show, and it is your program for this evening, know that it has in the corner an image of two hands chained together at the wrist, and they're open, and they're releasing a butterfly into the air. The words next to the butterfly are "because something else is possible." The butterfly represents a lot of things in our show. Among other things, it represents the human urge to simply fly away, to simply be done with this, get out of here, and ignore the reality of what's going on. The butterfly also represents the human aspiration to rise above, to reach up, to fly, to even soar as far as heaven and call down some much badly needed help, even when we are gravity-bound creatures. This next scene shows you a little bit of what butterfly represents in our show.
Lonely in the wreckage of my dreams, smiling only pulls more at the seams.
Ultimately, our show offers a simple solution, which is the resolve to take a stand, the resolve to take some action that suggests that you're willing to rise above, to try, to aspire. In 2003, Cirque du Soleil came out with a new show that was incubated during the period of time, obviously, right around 9/11 and afterward. And it was a very hopeful show, a show called Verikai. Maybe some of you have seen it. And in the program notes to the show, the writer and director, a French-Canadian by the name of Dominique Champagne, wrote these words: Puisque les temps sont fous, et que nous avons le devoir de ne pas abandonner le monde aux mains des nullités. Since these are crazy times, and we have a duty not to abandon the world into the hands of fools, je fais le vœu que ce spectacle soit pour vous